Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are fit and fine at your home. Welcome back to the new learning session. I am Mrs. SHILPA JAIN, your biology teacher from Shri Gauri Shankar Higher Secondary School, Gwalior. In my previous videos, I have explained these following topics in detail. General introduction of reproduction, meaning of reproduction, definition of reproduction, lifespan, characteristic features of reproduction, benefits of reproduction, modes of reproduction, that means asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. I have already taught you the difference between the asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. I taught you asexual reproduction under these subtopics: definition, occurrence, characteristic features, advantages and disadvantages. Hope you all enjoyed it. The topic which we are going to learn today is types of asexual reproduction, or we can say modes of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction takes place by various methods, which I have already written here. So, see the chart. The modes of asexual reproduction are of different types. First is fission, second is budding, third one is fragmentation, fourth one is spore formulation, or we can say sporulation, and plasmatomy. Next one is regeneration, and last one is vegetative propagation, or we can say vegetative reproduction in plants. Here, fission means, what do you mean by fission? Fission means splitting. In this method, one parent cell splits into the two daughter cells, which are morphologically or genetically identical to their parents. So, on this basis of plane of division, are of two types. Fission are of two types. First is binary fission and second one is multiple fission. Binary fission again divided into the three types. Number one is irregular binary fission. Number two, longitudinal binary fission. Number three, transverse binary fission. Irregular binary fission in the amoeba. It is present in the amoeba. Longitudinal binary fission is present in the euglena. These are the examples. And transverse binary fission is present in paramecium, or we can see in the paramecium. Now the second one is multiple fission. Multiple fission, that means during the division into the multiple daughter cells. That means one parent cell splits into the multiple daughter cells during the unfavorable condition. For example, malarial parasite, or we can say plasmodium. Now, the next step is budding, or we can say next method of asexual reproduction is budding. Budding, that means involvement of buds are present here. Buds means outgrowth of parent body, and according to this outgrowth of the parent body, it is also divided into the two parts or two methods. Number one is exogenous budding. Number second is endogenous budding. Exogenous budding are seen in the example yeast and hydra. Endogenous budding example is spongilla. Now, the third method of the asexual reproduction is fragmentation. Fragmentation, students, where parent body just undergoes the fragments, and each fragment grow into the complete daughter cell. Spore formation takes place by the two methods, by the zoospore and by conidia spores. Zoospores, that means motile spores. Conidia spores, that means non-motile spores. Zoospore, that means motile, that means because of bearing flagella, but conidia without flagella. Example, zoospore, by the zoospore, example is Chlamydomonas algae, and the example of conidia spores, by the conidia spores, Penicillium. Now the next step is plasmatomy. Plasmatomy means in this cytoplasm divides but the nuclei do not. Later each daughter cells regains the normal number of nuclei by the nuclear division. That means it occurs in the multinucleated protozoans. Examples are Opelina and Polymixa. Now the next method of asexual reproduction is regeneration. Dear students, you listen very well. What is regeneration? Yes, in this method, the body of organism divided into the pieces by the accidentally or due to any accident, then each part developed to produce a new organism occurs by the growth. Example of regenerations are echinoderm, hydra, starfish and planaria. Now, the last method of asexual reproduction is vegetative propagation. We can say also vegetative reproduction. Dear students, what do you know about vegetative reproduction? It is process. It is the process of multiplication in which a portion or fragment of the plant body functions as a propagule. For example, stem, root, leaf is capable of growing into a new plant in addition to performing its usual function. So here, two types of vegetative propagation occurs. First is natural vegetative propagation and second one is artificial vegetative propagation. Dear student, it is very important method. Vegetative propagation, or we can say vegetative reproduction, is very important to earth. It is out of two types. Number one is natural vegetative propagation and artificial propagation. The vegetative propagation may be out of two types, you know very well. Okay, natural vegetative propagation. What is the natural vegetative propagation? Without help of human beings, plant reproduce the new plant. Okay, by the method of by roots, by stems, by leaves, by bulbils. Now the artificial vegetative propagation, that means plants reproduce with the help of human beings. That means a huge human intervention is present in this artificial vegetative propagation. For example, layering, cutting, gutti, air layering, grafting, engrafting, bud grafting, micropropagation also. That's all for today. I hope that all of you have understood this topic. I will explain fission in my next video. So student, keep watching my videos. Thank you for listening to me carefully. See you soon in the next session. Take care. Bye bye. Stay home, stay safe.